It is Madden season. We are 1 week away from Madden 24. We get a Madden Ultimate Team deep dive, and some of the stuff you're gonna like, some of the stuff you're not gonna like. There's no way around it to sugarcoat it. First things first, EA Sports. I know you guys are gonna watch this video. I would like to know why you don't want us to have weekend league rewards anymore. I just want to know why. Okay, let's just start there. Yeah, let's get into some of this stuff today. Again, if you want to go read this, you can go find it on EA's website. You can click on their Twitter and there's a link there. Again, have at it. You're interested in Ultimate Team, you might as well as take the time for it. That just makes a lot of sense to me personally. But let's start off here. There's going to be a stream on the 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern going over a lot of reveals. They will start revealing some cards this week as well. Not really going to cover that today. We'll probably talk about the cards that get revealed today. We'll talk about tomorrow and all that sort of stuff. So just keep that in mind. So there's just a lot of information in here. Okay. One of the things they have going on here, which I do like, is helping new players. Now, maybe you're like me. Maybe you're an expert. Maybe you're a veteran. One thing I've always felt about Ultimate Team is it's a little difficult to know where to go for things. So it seems like they're trying to do some of this stuff, having this live event tab and all that. Again, that is a good thing, especially for new players. We want as many new players as possible to come to the game and be able to figure the way around stuff. So this is good. It might not affect you, but trust me, this is a good thing for someone who is very into user experience. Something like this, we definitely like to see here. And again, they talk about the onboarding here and a new item catalog where there's going to be a list of all the cards. It's very similar to what MLB The Show has with an inventory section there where you can see cards that you don't have and you can click on it and it tells you where to get it. That's basically what this is. It's an inventory list here. Again, it's nice to have to see because there's always questions of where does this card come from? How do you get this card? And it also allows us to see what they have listed here, you know, the abilities and all that stuff on the cards too. Again, it's nice to know without having to buy the card and some stuff, because before we could see it from only cards that have sets, but not all cards have sets. So this is a very good way to do that, especially when we get limited edition cards and all this other stuff that come out. You may not know all the information. This is going to provide the information. Again, it is nice to have. It's a quality of life thing. It's cool. You won't use it all the time, but again, for a lot of people, it makes sense. We get into crossplay. Obviously, crossplay is going to be a thing this year. Hey, that's, I think crossplay is generally a little overrated. But being able to play with your friends who have a PlayStation, who have an Xbox, PC, whatever it is, it's fine. It's overdue, honestly. Years overdue. We'll see how stable it really is. That's my biggest concern. But the big thing here we see is economy changes. In the past, Xbox and Xbox X and Xbox S were all the same economy. It's not going to be the way. It's going to be based on generations. It does not look like the economy will be shared the same way that crossplay is, right? So what that means is a lot of the people on the old consoles and stuff like that versus the new consoles, there's going to be less cards on the block. Okay, should be a bit of an economy change there for sure. MLB The Show shares an economy between PlayStation and Xbox and Switch and all that. They do, so they could do that. It's something more along the lines of what's called cross progression as opposed to cross play. So I guess we're getting cross play this year, not cross progression, which would be really nice, because if you have a team, you get a PlayStation and you had an Xbox, you could go over there and not have to start over. I would love to have seen that. There was no mention of it this year, so it makes sense as to why we're not getting it right now. But crossplay, good, fine, let's have it. We needed it. And this economy change is going to be interesting to see how that really impacts things. It will have an impact for sure, because there's still a lot of people that play on the old gen consoles. That's just the truth. So not terrible, but we'll see how that one plays out. If you're looking forward to the NBA or NFL season right now, you can head on over to Prize Picks and check out their season-long entries, which you are allowed to start right now. Look, you can get Wemby, Scoot, LeBron, the Joker. And if we look at the NFL, you can have passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards, passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, and receiving touchdowns all up for you right now. And if you're not sure if you can play where Prize Picks is located, we have this beautiful map for you to see if it is eligible to play in your state. You can start playing right now with your more or less on any of these season-long entries. In fact, if you go to the prizepicks.com website or you download the app, you can use my code CC. Get your first deposit matched up to $100. Boys, I can't wait to see you on there. It's Prize Picks. Let's get back into the video. And then they show us the stats for this rookie premier, Aiden Hutchinson. Again, we've already seen that. It says that all the other rookie premier cards will be 84 overall, which again is fine. The starting overall is going to be 87. But here's where we're getting into some of the big stuff. Weekend League is still a thing. However, there's not a rewards system for it. Still, like this past year, I felt that it significantly hurt the game because it's... I'll explain this to you in the way that EA is thinking about it, okay? Us as players, you want to have those goals that you can reach. It's kind of, that leaderboard status is always real nice to see. And then to get that leaderboard status coupled with the reward is great. This past year, I went 25-0 in Weekend League. I ended up #1 in Weekend League and I got nothing for it. It is really disappointing. It has become a participation trophy. Now, again, that's kind of actually what they want though, because the participation trophy with some of these changes here, they want you to go and log into the game every day. That's their goal. They want to make money, and if they can get you to log in every day, you're more likely to spend money. So that is why this is a thing. This is how they're planning on doing it this way. So there are a couple changes: the comp pass and the levels. Right? They said there's going to be 7 seasons this year. With this past year, we had 5, so about every 6 weeks or so is probably going to be a bit of a change going on there. There's going to be 1 comp pass per season with 2 headlining players. 2 headlining players that you can get. Okay, there's going to be many more objectives and stuff for that: daily objectives, weekly objectives, and season-long objectives for the comp pass. The comp pass does not refresh every 2 weeks anymore. It is for the season. The first 1,000 people to achieve the level that it takes to get these special players is going to get an auctionable version of that with additional abilities on it. So there is a bonus to it. And since it's the first 1,000, it's going to cause a lot of people to grind. Now, I saw a comment already on Twitter said, I have a job. I can't get this done. I understand that. I have no problem with rewarding people who grind the game, who are first through a program to be able to cash out, essentially, right? Because that card's going to be better. It's going to be more valuable. And that's fine. We can still get a free version without that little extra ability slot by still grinding the game pretty slowly. I would assume it's not going to be very hard to get these 2 cards each season. You got to assume it's not going to be difficult. It wasn't difficult this year at all. So we'll see how it really plays out. I like the touch of making like a better version for the first 1,000, but I also would like a touch for like, hey, guess what? You won 20 games in Weekend League this week. You get a reward. Now, my question here, which unless I missed it here, and if I did miss it, I apologize. Is that 1,000 per console? Is it 1,000 total? You know, like I don't know. I don't think it says. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But again, that part is fine. I do not like tying the comp pass in to the seasons this way. Last time we were able to get 3 or 4 players from our comp pass. Now we're going to get 2. Again, it's minimizing the content. If they're super amazing cards, that is cool. At the beginning of the year in Madden 23, the cards felt very usable, and then it sort of dropped off as to where like they were depth cards. They didn't keep up with the overalls. If this is going to be the case, they need to be the absolute top tier type of cards in the game. If you're going to give us less, you better give us better. Again, we'll see how it all plays out. But for now, I don't love this change. I just don't. I think that the competitor in me likes to not feel like I'm playing the game just to play the game, you know? Like I want to win. I want to have incentive on winning. And yes, you may be able to get more comp pass points for a win, but it's kind of the same issue that I've had. If you guys have played MLB The Show this year, they introduced a program for their ranked seasons, right? Not kind of weekend league-ish, but not really, that they refresh consistently. Within the program, you can get a non-sellable version of a card. Sounds like this, right? Which is fine. However, you can actually get through that entire program with never winning a game. It is a participation trophy, which is why I'm able to complete it. Over here, this is the same way. It's felt like a participation trophy. That's fine if you want to do stuff like that. Attaching 1,000 auctionable cards is okay, but I would still like something for congratulations, you did top 100 in something. God, whatever. Other changes here, champion sets. It says now that it's most of the cards that go into sets won't be program specific, so you won't need an 85 overall Sugar Rush card to put into a Sugar Rush set. You can just use a card, which is fine. It's an economy change. It's an economy change for sure. Again, this isn't a coincidence, right? They are trying to control the economy in certain ways here. So we'll see again how that plays out. Does it make cards more expensive? Who knows? We'll find out very soon. And then they've got some MCS stuff. If you guys want to play in the MCS, by all means, go sign up and play and try. It's tough. The MCS is difficult to win in there. Trust me, some of those guys are super, super good. I feel like this is a good start, but I also feel like because you're giving us bad news, people want weekend league rewards back. People want solo battle rewards back. I would have hoped that, like, when you give me the bad news, like you put the broccoli on my plate, but there's also a porterhouse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sorry, but here's this. I don't feel like we got that part here at all. I don't. Now, I do trust that they're going to consistently push out a lot of content. Maybe there's going to be some changes which make things a lot better for us. They could change something as well. I don't think that they're going to change some of this stuff. I think this is just kind of the way it is. Again, having to log on every day, whatever, it's fine. I still feel like there should be more. And I feel like what we're getting here feels, at this point in time, less. Feels less. It doesn't feel as pressured though. And that was always something that, like, I enjoyed last year, is I didn't feel the pressure of having to play in Weekend League constantly to get those top 100 rewards. But I also know that it made me feel a little less involved with trying to be better at the game at times. And I don't like that. I like, there's a little bit of competitive spirit in all of us. Maybe it would have been better if we would have seen these rewards and think like, oh my God, how great they are. But I guess they're saving that. But it would have been a nice touch to, again, have that little extra, oh, okay, this is really nice, to go along with some of the information, which we, honest to God, assumed was happening. Like, we assumed Weekend League wouldn't come back, right? You can expect bad news and it still doesn't make it any better. So that's my thoughts on this. Again, as we get more information, we're going to break it all down for you. I'm going to give you all my detailed veteran thoughts. I'm on year 10 or 11 now of Ultimate Team. It's been a while. So let me know what you guys think down below. Enjoy these other videos. Madden season is coming. Don't panic or anything just yet. Okay? Don't panic just yet. But I hope they have something else that comes in and we really enjoy. So we'll see how it goes. I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.